Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. The fantasies, no one can judge us, no one can judge us. This is for us. Open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. Open up your brown book, baby. Open up your brown book. Open up your brown book, baby. Look, open up your brown book, baby. It's for you, it's for us. No one can judge, no one can judge. This is for us. Open up your brown book,
y'all listen,
baby.
No one can judge us. This is absolutely one. I love this damn song. I love this song. Like, this is my jam. Like, I just be at home, like at nighttime, just be like rocking to it. You know what I'm saying? Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Shay Baby. Welcome back to another episode here, the Brown Book Series. Listen, I'm on location, so don't at me like, where's she at? I can't tell y'all where I'm at just yet. I cannot tell you where I'm at just yet. I can't tell you where I'm at. I just can't tell you what I'm doing. I'm gonna think about it. But while I'm thinking about it, bring it to for the very first time, the Brown Book Series. We need you guys to work, because honey, she writes this old steamy contemporary style. So we gotta talk to her about all this. Give it up to author Miss Monique Fisher. Hi, Monique. How are you, darling?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here, girl. Thank you for being here, Miss Contemporary Romance Author and things. Before we get started, jumping over here to the chat. What's going on with the Players Club? Hey, Renata, what's up, baby? Hey, y'all. Hey, Mixie, what it do, baby? Hey, sweetie, how y'all doing out there? Listen, I'm on location. What you say? What you say? My hair pop? Thank you, girl, because I hear working. I hear working. You know what I'm saying? So they're saying, welcome to you.
Oh, thank you. Hi.
Hey, hi. Yes. Hey, Erica, what's up, boo-boo? Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. You said you thought I was what, Renata? I thought you was redecorating. No, I wish. No, I'm not redecorating. Okay, so listen, y'all. Don't tell nobody. Well, you're gonna see anyway, because if you're part of the Love app, then you'll be able to see what I'm up, I'm up here just having a good time. So I'm in Canada, and yeah, it's lit. It's so many great things is happening. So you guys stay tuned, and you're gonna see, and you're gonna be like, the gagation of it all. I love it. But anywho, make sure you stay tuned to everything that we got going on in Brown Book Series. So, brownbookseries.com. Make sure you get your newsletter, sign up for it, because it's going to be amazing. Now, enough about me. On to our special guest for the night. This is going to be a cute little time. Now, this is our first time on the show, y'all, so it's going to be real nice. We ain't gonna be asking who she wants to sleep with and all the other nasty.
What? I'm sorry.
She's unfamiliar with us, y'all. So we're not going. We're gonna be real nice, real good tonight. We're gonna be real and everything. And I want to thank
where my kid interrupted me when I was watching this.
I know, right? You're right. I was like, yo, have you heard? Have you seen the episodes of the Brown Book Series? She's like, I was trying. My kid interrupted me. I was like, ooh, hi there, Poe, baby. Hey, Tori, what's up, boo boo? Hey, y'all. Hey, come on in. Okay, listen, Monique.
Yes,
girl. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about Miss Monique Fisher. What is it like in a day in the life of you, honey? Don't give me that old, us authors, we introverted. I don't want to hear it.
Well, I am, but I'll try not to be.
Okay, that's cool.
Let's see. Let's go back. Let's see. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California, which is where I currently reside.
Nice.
I was a theater major in college. My specialty was playwriting and stage directing. So I actually missed kind of doing that. I have a friend who runs a theater company. I might holler at her and be like, hey, I feel like directing a play.
Yeah, girl, go direct you a play,
if I ever have time.
Yeah.
If I have time, I would like to. I haven't done it in a minute though. After college, I kind of just went from one job to another that was somehow entertainment related, and because I live in Los Angeles, that's actually perfect because just about everything is industry related.
Right.
And let's see, I also tried to dabble into television writing. I came to the conclusion that I'm a control freak. I always knew I was a control freak, but I
Oh
am a
God. How you introvert and control freak at the same time? That don't match.
I'm a lot of complex things altogether. But one of the things that I realized, I got into a lot of different forms of writing, and I realized there's not a lot of control in your career doing this. And then I ventured out to, after television writing, I ventured over to comic books because I'm a gigantic comic book nerd. So uh, I went ahead and wrote a graphic novel, and then from there, I went into romance because I've always been a hopeless romantic. I don't know if it's because I'm a Cancer or what it is, but I've always.
Oh God. It explains it all, Monique. It explains it all. And it's so crazy you said it because I was sitting here when you was like you introvert but a control freak. I was like, "Ooh, I wonder what's her sign. She gotta be like a Cancer or somebody. Like I promise you, I just said that shit in my head. I'm like, oh damn.
Yep. June 26th. Yeah, I just realized I wanted a lot more control.
Oh, wait a minute. You on a cusp. You a June Cancer.
Yeah, June 26th.
Oh, Jesus.
What? Why? What is that?
It all makes sense. You got that from the Gemini. That's where the control shit come from. You special as a Cancer, so that's where the introvert come. Listen, I love it. Hey, Mama Tony, what's up, baby? Mama Tony checking in tonight. Hey y'all. Hey, we're on here with Miss Monique Fisher, honey, Miss Introverted Control Freak. Miss Introverted Control Freak, we love it. Hey.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Love the latest book. Absolutely
Thank you so
love
much.
Introverted Control Freak. I get it. Okay, Eric, I get it now that I know what's going on. Right, poor baby. Only people agree with that shit is the people who are like that. But it's all in fun though. We love it.
No, it's all good. I just realized, okay, so if I self-publish, I can control what my cover looks like. I control what my titles are. I can control all this stuff. And I have a little baby who just walked in this room. Why are you in here? Mommy's doing stuff. So, anyways, I'm going to wait and make sure I'm not distracted by this little one right here.
Oh yeah, make sure I won't cuss then.
Okay, no, it's fine. His daddy's in here. He got him. Bye, Alexander.
Bye, Alexander.
That's my youngest.
Love it.
He just came in here in his little underoos, just jumping on the bed, like, so what you doing?
You know what I'm saying? Oh, you talking to people? Okay, we talking to people. That's how it be. I absolutely love it. Okay, cool. So now we figure out, what you got going on. So, but being an indie author, are you still indie now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So indie is the way to go for you because you're a control freak, or do you want to be traditionally published?
For me, because I'm a control freak, indie's I think is the best fit for me. Yeah, for people, I have tons of friends who are hybrids. I have friends who are traditionally published, and I have friends that are querying. And I just whatever works for you. What works for me is being indie.
That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of authors who feel the same way you do. And then, of course, we joking about calling you a control freak. I mean, you are, but I'm just saying. We mean it with love. So,
I call myself that. I'm fine.
Oh yeah, hey, you gotta make sure. So we like that. So okay, you got your indie published, and this is what you want to do. You're like, listen, I'm gonna come over here and do my thing. But do you ever consider about being a hybrid though, or just going straight trad?
I don't think about going straight trad. I have gone back and forth about being a hybrid, but at the same time, I think about it. I'll think, Yeah, I know that with trad, there's like I think a lot more eyes on you, and
Mhm.
there's a lot of perks that go with it. But at the same time, like I said, for me, I just am way too much like, no, I need to have my cover look like this. I need to have my title be this. I need
Yeah,
this. I need that. So, the way I see it, at the end of the day, my name is on that, and for
yeah.
my name to be on it, I need it to be what I want it to be. So I have to be good with it, and if that means I make less money, so be it. Because to
Right.
me, it's about like the the making doing the work and making the book what the way I want it to be. And if that means
Right.
that I don't make as much money, then so be it. It's okay.
Well, you still new. You've only been doing this for 2 years. Trust me, people like the authentic voice. So you're gonna make as much money. You're gonna make money. Believe me on that. Because they're tired of the regular, boy meets girl. That's it. It's like those only a few kind of what are they? The Oh my god, the forced proximities and all that you could, different ones you can do or
Tropes.
whatever. Different tropes. Yeah, I can remember that. I'd be smoking too much. Different tropes that the
I
that
live in
you can
LA.
do.
I take edibles. I'm not judging. Go ahead.
And listen, hey, I'm with you. Look, you know how we do. So that is cool because we want to see the authentic stuff. You know what I mean? Like one of your books, I think it's the baddie, the one that just came out.
She a
It's
bad.
she a baddie. It's a good book. I was like, oh no, oh okay, cool. It gives you that indie flavor because you can tell that, oh, she ain't holding no punches. She's saying what the hell she damn mean. You know what I mean? Like, so we like that. So I'm just saying, like, keep doing you, is because it fits you for right now. And if you ever decide that you want to do hybrid, there are some publishing companies out there that will let you do the damn thing.
Okay.
Yeah, will let you be like, oh shit, all right then. But
Okay.
the money go come. Don't worry about that because you write great books.
Thank you.
Yeah, so the money gonna come. Girl, if you write good books, I'd be like, girl, you might need to do traditional. And I swear, but no, you can hold your own. You know what I'm saying? If you decide to stay in this field, you can hold your own. So you don't worry about that at all. You'll be good.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Miss Romcom Diva. Hey y'all, boo boo, what's going on? Yeah, they're checking in, y'all. They're checking in. So
Hello.
Monique,
Yes.
being an author, how did you know that? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do this whole thing. I'm gonna put Alexander to bed, and I'm gonna write me a book. So, like, how did you know being an author was your thing?
What's crazy is that, like, well, I've pretty much been writing my entire life. I've been writing since I was 10, whether it's short stories or just trying out everything, screenwriting, trying out.
So you always wanted to be a writer.
Always wanted to be a writer.
Okay,
And I recommend to people, like, I've done playwriting, wrote a TV pilot, wrote a spec,
nice.
wrote, graphic novel. Write everything. Learn how to write everything, because when you know how to write everything, there's so many there are differences, obviously, but there's also similarities to it too. And
Right.
you know, if you know, God blesses you and you end up getting something that gets made into a TV show or a movie or something, and they're like, okay, well, who we gonna have screenwrite it? Me. I can do that. So
Yep.
if you know how to do all these different forms, then you'll know how to handle yourself. You know how to handle business. So I
Yeah.
highly recommend that. But yeah, I've always wanted to be a writer. I think it was 2020. It was summer of 2020, and George Floyd had been murdered, and everybody was the whole entire world. That's something
Yeah.
that a lot of people forget, which really irritates me. Is that it was the whole world who was, marching for Black Lives Matter, and we were saying no more police brutality. And then they went ahead and then they took Aunt Jemima off the box. Like, we didn't even ask for that shit. Why, don't even get me started.
What? No, they did ask for that shit. That's why I was just like, listen, we got got George Floyd. You know what I'm saying? They would listen. They asked for that shit, and then when they got her face off the box, so now the royalties that her family was getting, they're not getting no more because black folks was so, oh, she Aunt Jemima. She was a personality. There wasn't her, she was a paid personality. Like that was her thing. And so black folks was, we don't want this. We don't want Uncle Ben. Slavery. I'm like, just
It's like, where how did we lose the plot? We went from, I don't know, police brutality to what, that just.
I mean, I'm telling, and we always lose the plot. That's why we always come in second, because we get distracted by stupid shit. If we would have stayed the course, things would have changed more. Things did change in that case, but it would have changed more if we would have stayed the course. But no, we want to dip over here and see who, is the name going to change for the Redskins. And then we want to go over here and see, well, ain't your mama, she on the scarf. Or Uncle Ben, is he a butler? I just be like, really? If I'm getting paid and my family's being taken care of and I'm on a box with a scarf on my head, leave me the hell alone.
She hasn't even had the scarf on her head in years. She had like her in the 90s. They took the scarf off.
I mean,
I'm getting distracted. Sorry.
I'm sorry. See, black folks, we get distracted now. My bad. But that be pissing me off about that. I'd be like, oh. Anyway, sorry. See, it's a happy place. I mean,
it was at that time that a lot of people didn't want to be perceived as racist, so they were like, "Oh, if you're a black writer, send me your stuff." And it just so happens I got lucky because there's plenty of black writers who were sent off their stuff, and then, okay, I don't look racist anymore. Okay, cool. So let me just go ahead and like renege on whatever it is I just said I was gonna do. I got lucky, and this wonderful woman named Mary Kinney said, "I'll read your stuff and I'll give you notes if you're a black writer." Mm-hmm. And I went ahead and I sent it to her, and she gave me notes, and she was really, really cool. And I also spoke to a comic book writer by the name of Alex Segura, and he's like a legend in comic book writing. Yeah. And I consider them to both be mentors of mine. And he sent out a thing on Twitter saying, if you're a black writer and you want to join my class, which is a $275 value, I'll let you in for free. Contact me. And I just thought, okay, well, what the hell? So I went ahead and I contacted him. He goes, okay, you're in. And I ended up writing my graphic novel, and it was like a crime and romance kind of graphic novel.
Nice.
Only the first 2 issues came out, and it was a web comic. So it was called Susan Keem. Her name was Suzanne. His name was Akeem. And it's pretty much on hold for now. So it's actually been on hold for a minute. But after I was done doing that, I moved on, and I decided that I wanted to try my hand at self-publishing a novel. So my very first novel wasn't a comedy. It's funny because somebody actually described it as a comedy. They were like, 5 stars. This was such a great rom-com. And I'm like, you gave me 5 stars. Call it whatever you want.
That is right.
But I don't consider Where There's Smoke, There's Fire to be. And that was my debut, and I don't consider it to be a comedy. I consider it to just be like a kind of a drama with humor. Yeah. So I released that, and when I did the cover reveal before it came out, it got like all this attention. Everybody was just like, oh my god, this cover is amazing. This cover is amazing.
The cover is amazing. Now hold on, let's get to the cover. This is the book that we're talking about, Where There Is Smoke, There Is Fire, right?
Yes.
All right, so this is your debut novel. It's in the romance genre. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about this book.
I got the idea because I wanted to write an epic love story that spanned years with in contemporary setting with Black people. And I decided, reformed rake, bad boy, good girl. I didn't really even know the tropes, but that's ultimately what it ended up being. She was a good girl, track star in high school. Mm-hmm. She had to she couldn't go into college because her dad left her mom, and her mom was just like a complete and total mess. So she had to put on the back burner to take care of her mother. Yeah. That's Kara, the female main character. And then we have Smoke, Aaron, the male main character. He worked in, renovations and home building and construction and stuff like that. She just broke up with her boyfriend because she found out he was cheating on her. And not long after that, she meets Smoke because Smoke happens to be the cousin of the girl that her boyfriend was cheating with. So she actually becomes friends with the girl, and her and the girl who's, oh my god, I can't believe I'm forgetting my own character's name. But anyway, Smoke's cousin. I wrote that book a while ago. I can't remember.
I can't wait to name that book with y'all ass.
But anyways, if I remember her name, for now she'll just be cousin. But I remember her name. Anyways, so Kara and cousin jumped the guy because he was cheating on them both. And then the cousin invites Kara to go out with her. She's like, hey, let's go out. And so Kara takes her best friend with her, and that's how she meets Smoke. And the two of them start off with like a really casual, just like a casual sex relationship, but then he falls first and then she falls. And then they have a baby, they get married, they have another baby, they have career changes, death in the family, and it just takes place over the span of 15 years. And yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Just I wanted to write an epic love story with black folks in it.
Hey, you did that. You know what I mean? With the black folks with the epic love story. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, so that was where there is smoke, there is fire. So let's keep on rolling. Hot
uh,
for teacher. So the Richardson siblings trilogy. This is book one. So
yes.
okay, so we know it's three books coming out of this, but will it expand to like friends of the friends and family members, other family members outside of the Richardson siblings?
It's funny you should say that because here's the thing. That Andrea's book, well, Hoffer Teacher is Latrice and Nathan. Latrice is the oldest Richardson sibling, followed by Thaddeus and followed by Nadia. She just
Hold on. Did we lose?
okay. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, I typed the end at 11 o'clock p.m. and I'm gonna take some time off and then I'm gonna go back do some revisions before I send it off to go get beta read. But yeah, that book is done, and I'm very happy with it, and I'm gonna be even happier because I know it's just gonna get better and better with every revision. I'm one of those weird authors who actually loves revisions because in my little mind, in my little theater geek mind, revisions to me are like rehearsals, and rehearsals are done to make this book, make the show stronger and to make the performances better. So I always loved rehearsals. I was always in the green room hanging out with my friends, and then we would wait till it was our cue to go on stage or what have you. So I always loved that. And revisions to me are that. They make the book stronger, they make the book better. So I know a lot of people lament about that, like, oh, revisions, but I'm just like, that's my favorite part.
Right. So you know what you need to do over. That makes sense. I love
Exactly.
it. Look at
Now
you.
for Hopper Teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Now for Hopper Teacher, I actually got that idea watching an SNL sketch. It was a sketch
Lord.
with Ego Nwodim and Jason Sudeikis and Kyle Mooney, and it was a parent-teacher conference. Jason Sudeikis was the teacher, Ego Nwodim was the mother, and then Kyle Mooney was the father. And the teacher and the mother are just flirting with each other as the sketch keeps going. And then it ends with them on top of his desk with her making out.
Yeah.
It was a funny ass sketch. And I just remember thinking, teacher and parent, that would be interesting. That would be fun. Let me go ahead and try that. Mm-hmm. And that book went through so many different changes. At first, it was going to be interracial. Nathan's name was Nick. He looked like Henry Cavill. And then I was like, this ain't working. Let me make him black. Oh, cool. This is working now. And then I went ahead. Like her ex-husband, Marcus, his name was Cameron. He was going to be dead. She was going to be a widow. And Thad didn't even exist. And I just went ahead and I changed all of that. And it's crazy how the mind works, because the minute you see that something's not working and then you make a change, just like veer towards something else, and then all of a sudden, oh cool, this does make sense, this is better, this is what I need to be doing. So after that, it just got easier to write.
That's that control freak shit. That's all.
Yeah. Pretty much. I
love it though.
No, I call it shoehorning. Whenever I end up trying to force something into the story and it just doesn't work, I call it shoehorning, because it's like, okay, this ain't working. Let me go ahead and delete this. I like, my friends will tease me because I'm not the type who will cut and then paste and then use it later. I'm like, if it's not working, I just delete it.
And just delete it. Yeah, I was like that too. Yeah. They're like, did you just hit delete on this whole page? I'm like, I ain't like the page.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not going to use it for anything else, so I keep it. But yeah, I ended up doing that for that, and I love how it came out. I like that I had different ideas and that the different ideas worked, and of course I sent it out to people to read. Beta reading. Shout out to Mika James and all the word bakers.
Cool. Hey y'all. Hey.
Yeah, Mika is actually going to be beta reading the second book too.
Nice.
Jessica Berry, I've worked with her since Where There's Smoke. She's going to be line editing and copy editing. And yeah, I try to make sure that every single person that I work with in terms of the interior of the book, the covers are always tend to be women of color.
Yeah. Nice covers too. Some
Thank
wonderful
you.
covers.
Thank you. But the interiors, I always make sure that it's a black woman who sees it and then tells me what needs to be fixed.
You can do that, bro. You just look at it like, I ain't feeling it.
I actually I know that
Mm-hmm.
there's some people who just go ahead and they write something and then they'll just like revise it and read it themselves before they send it out. I'm way too scared to do that. I'm like, I need other eyes on this.
Listen, okay, I got you. I got you on that. Okay, cool.
Like,
You
I
want
need other
somebody else to
eyes on
say
this. I
amen.
want to make sure that this is what I want it to be. Because, like I said,
Right,
if I put my name on it, it needs to be something that I'm proud of. So I want to make sure that the people who I have reading it and who going over it, I always make sure that it's people that I trust and people that I know and that are going to be honest with me. So,
right.
and they all happen to be sisters. So that's kind of like how it goes. But back to your question, after the third book, I'm going to take a break from the Richardsons and concentrate on some other. It's all in the same universe. Um, all the series are going to be in the same universe. They all are the same rom com
Okay.
place. And yeah, so I'm going to
You
start.
said universe. I was like, girl, if we did I miss what's that? Sci-fi or something or
No, not sci. Not sci-fi.
paranormal? Did I miss
No,
something?
no paranormal, no sci-fi.
Okay, okay,
But
okay.
yeah, they all exist within like if you
Within the rom-com genre, as you
within
said.
within the little rom com universe or genre that I created or
Right,
whatever. They all are, exist in that same one. But I don't know how many other books I'm gonna release until I come back. But I do want to do a flash forward or like going ahead in time because some of the kids like the family friends they have
oh
kids
yeah, yeah,
and a lot of obviously with Nathan being a teacher there's some kids that you see in the first book and
right.
I one of them obviously is Quincy, that is the female main character Latrice's son, who also happens to be a student of Nathan's. For those of you who aren't familiar with the plot, basically the plot to Hoffer Teacher is that Latrice Richardson is a businesswoman.
Mhm.
She's incredibly successful. She's has a wonderful family, a lovely little 8-year-old boy named Quincy, and her life is just basically great. But she doesn't have a relationship. She hasn't been in a serious relationship since her ex-husband Mark. Mark cheated on her, so her trust is
Shot.
shaky, to say the least.
Like Mark need to be shot.
Well, he
Yeah.
does have 2 kids from his other wife, so so he needs to be alive for them.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. All right, Mark. Live to see another day.
Like those 2 kids saved your life.
You had the right author that saved your life. Like, yeah, no, kill him off. Not just playing.
But she goes out to dinner with her sister Nadia, and Nadia's like, "We need to get you laid. We need to get you some dick. We need to get you a one night
Hey,
stand."
yeah,
So she sees a
hey.
handsome man in the restaurant. Uh,
Some sisters
Nadia
for you, buddy.
brings him over, and they get to talking. The vibes are right. Things happen. They go off to a hotel room. They have an amazing night. A week later, Latrice finds out that the man Nathan is now her son's new teacher. I remember when I did the cover reveal, and I said the plot. I think it was Cherish Reed. She's also a black romance author. She lives in I think she lives in Switzerland. She lives somewhere in Europe. Anyway, Cherish is a friend of mine, and she was like, I'm sorry, but I would just have to tell my baby we're switching schools.
Nah. I was about to be there, be like, oh yeah, yeah, you could get all A's in this class, baby.
I'm like,
Yeah.
like, why do that? Because now your baby has an N.
What favor ain't fair, but I take it.
But it was funny. She was like, I heard somebody else was like, I would be at every parent teacher conference.
Everyone. I'm talking about what's the big with the what's that? The classroom mom, all that. Yep.
Yeah, PTA, all
Sign
that
me up.
stuff.
Sign me up, sir.
So, yeah, they can't obviously they try to like keep a professional stay separate, but they can't stop thinking about each other. And of course, it's a romance, so we all know it ends in an HEA. But that's what Hopper Teacher was, and that's where I got the idea. And it was this is probably the book that's gotten me like the most attention. So I'm grateful for it.
Okay, she said table manners. Table manners. Yes, the covers
Thank
are
you.
hot. The
Thank
covers
you.
are hot. The plot storyline sounds good. Yeah, it is. And you say mama's doing okay,
At
baby.
one point in the book, when they're actually kind of like a couple at this point, she says to him, "So who's your favorite student?" And he just tells her, "I love all of them. Like, don't even try to trap me like that."
Please listen. She not be like you love my son the best. I already know.
But yeah,
Gonna call him stepdad.
I am gonna do a time jump. I don't know when though, but Quincy will get his own book, and his best friend Eli will get his own book, and it'll be like I'm planning on having it be like 20 years after Hoffa Teacher. But this is
wait, would this be considered book 2 and 3?
No. This book 2 is Sad Andrea, and book 3 is Nadia and Jerome. Sad Andrea come out this year, and Nadia and Jerome come out in 2025. But I'm not sure. Then I'll have other books in between, and then I'll do the time jump one with Quincy and Eli. Their book will take place 20 years after the very first book, which is Hoffa Teacher. So I am planning on doing that.
All right, girl, listen. That sounds good. That sounds real good. Okay, Mr. Hoffa Teacher. All right, so now let's keep it moving. Take care.
That's named after a Janet Jackson song, and I'm a huge Jackson fan. Shout out to Rebe and Latoya. It's their birthday today. Anyway,
it's Reba and Latoya's birthday
today. Rebe and Latoya's birthday today.
That's what's up. Hey y'all, happy birthday, y'all.
So yeah, take care.
I love Rebe. I used to think she was so pretty. Well, she still, but coming up, I was like, she was beautiful. She had that reddish hair. It was just so pretty.
I remember, like, back in the day, this was when BET was still BET. There was I forgot the name of the show, but Rachel hosted it. It wasn't Caribbean Rhythms; it was the other show that she hosted. And Rebe made an appearance because she had released an album. It was in the late '90s, and it was on Michael's label actually. And she said that some woman walked up to her and was like, "Why are you walking around looking like Janet Jackson?" She goes, "I'm Janet Jackson's older sister. If anything, she looks like me." And I was dying.
How about that?
Yes.
Yeah. He does. So take care. I like it. So tell us about Take Care. Now that we know where you swipe the I just went.
I name books after songs all the time because I can never.
But that's cool though. But no, that's cool though because it's easier to make a playlist with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
so it's like to Take Care. So in my mind, it'd be like, oh, what's the Janet Jackson book? And you be like, oh, it's Take Care. So yeah.
Yeah, like Sad Andreas, the next Richardson sibling book, it's called Spend My Life With You. So the song at every black wedding. Was
that in my wedding? Hell no.
What's that? I didn't hear.
I was just thinking, what did they play that song in my wedding? Nah.
I know that like my neighbor at her wedding, she had like a whole CD. This is back in the day, so she had CDs, a CD, and it had her and her fiance on the cover of the CD. And they gave it out as like favors during the reception, and it had that song on it.
That's so good. I love that song.
It's one of those songs where you can just listen to it over and over again, never get tired.
And just vibe. Okay, I'm sorry.
So Take Care is about Amari Hawkins and Jamila Washington. Jamila is a aspiring actress, and she also works at a cabaret. She's an entertainer at a cabaret. She just performs songs and everything, and she has like her costumes and stuff. It looks Centipede was written by Michael, and he produced it. And the part where it goes Centipede, that's Michael. Anyway, just fun fact. Anyways, so yeah, Jamila is Jamila is she works at a cabaret. She there's a scene in the book where she actually like performs as Josephine Baker. She has the Josephine Baker hair. I think she even has the banana skirt, and she's performing like it's a French song, and it's a really well-known song that Josephine Baker used to perform, and she performs it during the at the cabaret. It's like it's at that exact moment that I think Amari falls in love with her, and he's just like, okay, because at first he's just like, I'm not interested in anybody. I'll go to a bar, I'll bring a girl home, she'll go home, and then that's the end of it. I because he got his heart broken from his ex, so he's not interested. But then he sees Jamila, who also got her heartbroken from her ex and got kicked out of her apartment. So she's just looking for a place to live.
Yeah, she done got evicted and everything. That
Yeah, she's just looking for a place to live. He ain't looking for nothing. And then they meet, they become friends because she ends up living with his mom. And yeah,
the
the
little
relationship just kind of blooms from there. They go to a industry party. She knocks everybody dead singing a rendition of Good Morning Heartache by Billie Holiday. People are talking about her online, and
yes.
that night, her and Amari have sex for the first time, and it was that was a really I loved writing that, and I also I love dropping Easter eggs and dropping hints and stuff. So there's people that you may have heard about in Take Care, and then you hear about them again in another book, and then that's like leading up to when they finally get their book. But yeah, Take Care is definitely one of my favorites. I consider it the because it came out before Hot for Teachers, so it's like the
Mhm.
introduction into the rom com universe. So you get to meet Amari, you get to meet Jamila, you get to hear about all these other people who are eventually going to get their own books too. And then right after that, you get like it's funny because in Take Care, they I think Amari gets Jamila a dress from Matindo, which is the boutique that Latrice owns in Hot for Teacher. So
Nice. Yeah, it's like a small town romance. So
yeah,
it's like
it's
everything kind
all
of takes place.
interconnected.
Yeah, okay. All take place in that kind of like guess that town if they all know each other, all friends or
But
whatnot. That's cool.
it's basically my version of Los Angeles. Like even though Los Angeles obviously is a real city, I
Yeah,
have I world build, so I'll like add stuff to it that doesn't exist. Like I'll add street names, I'll add schools, I'll add all this other stuff to it to make it into like my version of Los Angeles. So it's the real Los Angeles. I wanted to add to it too.
listen. That's like I listen. You have control, Mama. You do you. You feel? I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh, they still talking about Cynthia.
Oh my
The bot for this day. It sure is. You
god!
right, yeah, you're right about that. I'm telling you, some songs you just can't. You just be like, some songs come on. You could be at church on the steps, like to walk in and just I don't know. Oh my God, I just do something to you. Regard, it's just certain, right? And that's one of the songs. Cause you be standing there, of course, you just go start just hit the song, and you be like, oh, shit. I absolutely love it. All right, so now it brings us to your latest novel that's out now. She's a baddie.
Yeah,
The Wait now, is that the Decadence series?
decadence. Yeah.
Decadence. So it's decadence. So decadence is because there's two different meanings here.
Okay.
So yeah, which meaning is yours? Is it like the 19th century, what it means like explosive and all that good stuff? Like, will you tell me why you name it that series?
Well, decadence is the name of the sex club. So you get like a brief preview of it at the very end of Shia Batty because that's where Chris and Izzy go to celebrate to celebrate their business ventures and the fact that they're now together. So they
And
go to a sex.
why did you name it that?
I just, I thought of like something decadent and indulgent, something that you would like want to, you know, like I just figured the word kind of like worked with, you know, whatever your vices are, you get to explore that. So it's,
Okay, so it's
yeah,
the 19th century one. Okay, cool,
yeah.
cool. I was like, child, I love it. All right, so tell us a little bit about Shia Baddie, and I guess this whole series because how many books in this series? First off,
The Decadent series are going to have 3 books. Book 2, which is called Make Room for Heather, is going to be coming out hopefully spring of next year. That's what I'm hoping. and and then like the last Richardson book will come out fall of the same year. So that's kind of the
your schedule that you're
formula
about
that
to
like Take Care came out in May, Hot for Teacher came out in October. Shia Batty came out in April, and
okay.
Spend My Life with You is going to come out in November. So Make Room for Heather is going to be coming out in the spring. And Shia Batty, we're introduced to a friend group. My comfort shows basically involve, like I've noticed they involve a lot of friend groups. Like some of my comfort shows are living single, new girl,
Yeah.
in even like workplace ones where you still have a group of friends, like Parks and Rec. So
Hmm.
I decided, I want to do a book where there's a sexy nerd and there's also like a bombshell. She's kind of a party girl, and they would seem like opposites attract, but they're actually like they're really close and they're good friends. And
Yeah.
I also wanted to. I had it was actually two separate ideas, that I decided to just put them together: friend group and sexy nerd with bombshell. And so I decided to just put it that way. Everybody gets their own book, and just like in all those shows, like a lot of the ideas that pop up in my head usually come from uh imagery, because
Mhm.
I wrote plays, I wrote for television, so a lot of this stuff just comes from imagery. So do you plan on releasing any of your books as audiobooks? Yes, I do, once I have the money. Because I want to hire actors, so yeah. Mm, I once I have the money, I think I have like a friend of mine has an aunt who has like a studio, so I think I have that. I think that is something that I'm good with, but it's just hiring the talent, and I definitely want to make sure that I pay them. So I want to make sure that I get the money correct and hire actors. So, but I live in LA, so there's plenty of actors out here. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah,
Definitely.
so yeah, but I definitely do want to do that. Thank you for your question. Um, okay, so Chris and Izzy are the heir apparents to their family's respective companies. His is a winery, and hers is a black hair care product. And I love that episode.
Yeah.
I love that episode. I love the Prince episode. It's so funny. Anyway, so they both are set to become CEOs of these companies, and then Chris finds out from his father that his father Blake's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give it to my fiance, Shanice. I'm gonna go ahead and make her CEO. And Chris is like, wait, what the fuck? Because
Right.
this has been since he was born. He was born into this role. So he's just like, what's going on? Why is this going to a woman who can't keep a job and used to be a flight attendant? She does not know how to be a CEO. So what are you doing?
Shit, she
Like,
know how
why
to
are you
make
putting
daddy happy, baby. She long stroked his ass. He's like, you can have everything.
one of the friends says that. One of the friends was like, she fucked and sucked her way to that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, she's a girl after my own heart. Fuck that. I just like, yo, she was not playing.
And
That bitch said, I want it all.
Chris is just like, my grandfather did not just build this, he didn't build this business for you to fuck it up. So,
Yeah, this is the house that Jack built. Fuck that. You just over with.
so Blake tells him, okay, if you can book Michaela Hamilton and Hunter Lawrence, if you can book them, because that's going to be like the ultimate wedding that everybody's going to be talking about, then the job is yours, and that's for both of you. So he has to figure out how he's going to like woo Hunter and Michaela, because he's not really like, he's not good at like, you know, uh, networking, or
He's
he's
introverted. He's an introvert.
yeah, he's not good at that. Meanwhile, Izzy is absolutely good at it, and Izzy likes to party. She dates celebrities. She dates movie stars. She dates athletes.
She don't have the business part though.
She don't. No, she actually does. But that's the reason. Yeah, she actually does have a business mind. But the board is paying so much attention to her personal life that they're not even paying attention to what she knows how to do business wise.
Right.
And so they're like, you're getting way too much attention. You're bringing way too much negative attention to our brand. So we're just going to have your father stay on until we can find a suitable replacement. So she needs to figure out a way to get them to change their mind. So
they're both getting kicked out.
Yeah. They're both getting kicked out of their own family businesses. So they team up together and they go to a couples retreat that Hunter and Michaela
they're best friends though.
And they're also best friends. They've been friends since high school. So, and they've also like had feelings for each other, but that they've never, pursued them. They've dated other people, but they never dated each other. And so they go to the couples retreat, and Chris is actually able to come out of his shell and talk to people and everything. And he in turn helps Izzy by letting her know the board is just about money. They think that your brand is going to stop the company from getting money. Your job is to make sure that they know that what you do and what you bring to the table is only going to make the company more money. So they ultimately end up helping each other, and they also discover their feelings for one another at the same time. So that's what it's about.
Oh, so the name She a Baddie. Where'd you come up with it?
I honestly was going to name it Bad and Bougie, but then I looked up on Amazon. There are a lot of black books called Bad and Bougie. So,
Yeah.
and it was funny because I was talking to my
And
friend.
half of them don't have nobody bougie in it.
I was talking to my friend Sean, Sean the author, and I was also talking to my friend Bella J, aka Presh. Shout out to them. And I was like, "Y'all go on Amazon and look how many books are called Bad and Bougie," because that's what I wanted to name it. And they were like, "There are like 7 books on here of that same
Yeah,
name."
man.
And I said,
Same name.
I don't want it to be mixed up in the algorithm, so let me just go ahead and say, you know
Yeah.
what? Bad and Bougie was in reference to it was in reference to how I wanted Izzy to be, but then I ended up changing her character, so the title ultimately didn't even end up working anyway. But She a Baddie definitely works because that's what Izzy is. She's a baddie. She knows it.
She's a
And Chris
baddie,
knows
yeah.
it. And it's basically like Chris's, like, this book starts from Chris's POV. This is basically just Chris's way of like it's dual POV, but he's the one who's basically saying it. Like, this woman, she's bad as hell. She's fine. She's intelligent. She's my best friend, and she deserves everything that the world wants. That she wants. She deserves to get everything that she wants. I understand you have a family. Has your significant other read your books? He has not yet.
What?
Yeah, he hasn't.
But he knows you write books, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he hasn't read them yet. We got in his defense, like because we both work full time and we both have 2 young children, a 6-year-old and 8-year-old. So whenever I'm upstairs doing my writing stuff, he's downstairs doing daddy stuff. So he gives me time. And like on weekends, he'll take the boys out, and every now and then I'll go out with them. Like we just went to the LA County Fair, so I'll carve out time because working full time, being a writer, being mommy, it's you get that guilt.
And then wifey. It's
Yeah, you get that
yeah.
guilt, and you're just kind of like, oh, maybe I
I
should do
don't know
this.
about that.
It's I sometimes get that
I
guilt,
know, I got you.
but there are times where I'm just like, I should be with my babies, or I should be writing, or it's just, but
Yeah, and then they're young too. So
yeah.
you get mine who's 15. I'll be like, man, you don't go somewhere.
But yeah,
Yeah.
on the weekends he'll like we live in LA, so we live near LAX. So he'll drive up to the mountains, or he'll drive them up to the desert, somewhere where they can just run around and play in nature and stuff. And he'll do that, and he'll be like, you know what, you just stay home and write. So he'll do that for me. So
Oh,
I don't sweat him about not reading books because I'm like I'm able to write books because you do stuff like that.
that makes
So
sense.
I'm not gonna like sweat him about that. It was like
I
he gets to it.
I love it. Midnight Ace Book Bar. Hey, boo boo. Thanks for checking in. Honey. We on with Miss Monique Fisher, honey. She's telling us about her books. We're talking about She's a Baddie right now. This book one. Wait, how many books you said is gonna be in this series? You said
3.
3. Okay.
Yeah. Book 2 is Heather. Heather's one of the friends. Heather is well, basically, let's look at it this way. If Izzy is Lisa from Saved by the Bell, Heather is Hillary from Fresh Prince in terms of like that rich, spoiled,
Yeah.
you don't remember Hillary. Like, I'm not
And Lisa. Yeah.
yeah,
A
like,
lot of divorces.
all respect to Coco Jones and Bel Air. I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet. I don't have Peacock.
Me either.
But I grew up with Karen Parsons. I grew up with Will
Yeah.
and Will Smith, and all. I grew up with that.
And it's the original anyway. No knock to nobody else, but it's the original. So
yeah. So to me, it's like Heather is like that spoiled. She has a really sweet heart, and she's a really kind person. She's wonderful with kids, which actually leads her on her journey. But she spends money out of control, and her parents are just like, honey, we love you, but we're cutting you off, and you need to get a job, and you need to find somewhere else to live. So she ends up getting a job as a nanny for a rapper with 3 daughters, and of course, hilarity and sexy times and a lot of other stuff ensue. So that's what book 2 is going to be about.
How hard is it for you to write a love scene?
Oh, you mean like a sex scene?
Hmm.
That's my favorite part. That's some of my favorite parts. It is hard though because you don't want to use the same words and terminology that you just used in a sex scene earlier in the book, and you don't want to
Yeah,
use the same words and terminology that you used in another book. So, but the thing that's helpful is because my characters are so well drawn out, it's easy to come up with. Okay, well, Chris would do this with Izzy. Chris would massage Izzy. He would do this or he would do that, or Thad would do this with Drea, or so.
yeah.
So coming up with what they would do is like kind of the easy part, but making sure that it doesn't sound repetitive when you just had like a sex scene that happened a few chapters ago. That's kind of the challenging part.
Okay. Monique,
Yes.
Author's, author's moments. What's your most urgent priority for the rest of the year, both in the literary world and in your personal life?
Most urgent. Mm, in terms of personal life, it's well, I have a job that I really really enjoy, and I want to
Yeah.
make sure that I continue to do well at that job because I want to make sure that I get my a bump up in pay. I would
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I want to make sure I get a bump up in pay. So that's the
Hmm.
priority. Also, just being the best mommy I can, making sure that my babies know that mommy's always there for them, and also just writing, just continuing to write the stories that I love. I have like a whole um shoot, a whole Word document that's like 600 some odd pages of just story ideas. So
Shit.
I'm like, if I ever pass away before my time, yeah, I'm just gonna tell like my friends, like, pick a story, and write it. That way, my legacy continues.
Exactly. Pick a story, right? But and let the proceeds go to my kids. That's let the real legacy continue. Sure. Just right. Yeah.
But yeah, I have a lot of story ideas, and I just can't wait for the world to see them. That's
Okay.
much it.
All right. I absolutely love it. Let's see here. Author's moments. And being a novelist, what did you learn a little too late?
Oh, ooh. When it's time for get arc readers, make sure you narrow that down. Because
Ooh,
for where there's smoke, I just went on Twitter and I was like, "Hey, who wants to be an arc reader?" I got like 80
tripping.
responses.
Tripping.
So now I'm just like, for my newsletter, I let my newsletter people know first. I like sign up and then I'll contact individually some people who do like book reviews and stuff. I'll
Hmm.
contact them individually and then say, "Hey, do you want to art? Do you want an art copy?" So I'll go ahead and I'll send that to them. I send it to people through ebook because sending it through the mail as a paperback,
Listen, yeah. It's
money.
crazy.
So I said, "Are you okay with the ebook?" And everybody said, "Yeah, I'm fine with that." So I just send it through Book Funnel. But yeah, that's the one thing I learned
Yeah.
a little too late was you do not have to say yes to everybody. You can go ahead and pare that down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I think I had like I went from having 80 arc readers to Hot for Teacher had like maybe 20 or 21.
Uh,
So yeah, definitely don't do that.
yeah. Don't do that. All right. Let's see here. Author's moments. If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self, what would you tell her?
I grew up in a Catholic household, and I grew up being the good girl. So it was all about let's get good grades, let's hustle, let's get the stuff done, and blah 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 blah. My mom was born in 1943 in Galveston, Texas. All each and every single school that she went to was segregated, with the exception of college when she was in her 30s, where when she was already in California. She went to Cal State, Northridge. Other than that, every school she went to was segregated. So I felt like it was my responsibility to just make sure that I do well in school because I wanted to make my mother proud, and also just like the whole religious aspect of it. So I waited a very long time before I started thinking about like what my thinking about sex in those terms, because um I didn't think about it. I was just thinking about like succeeding and stuff. So if I could sit my 15-year-old self down, I would say wait a few years, but make sure that you give yourself a whole face. Basically, is what I would say, and be open because we're pretty much told from
Wait,
jump.
wait, stop it. Did you say give yourself a whole face?
Yes,
I know that's right. I love
I
it.
didn't
I
give
think
myself one. I
not
didn't give myself one.
shit. You
I
listen, mine lasted a little too long, I think. When you
I didn't even give myself one. I'm just like, look, give yourself a
Oh,
whole.
it's too late now.
I
Shit.
know you grew up in a religious household. I know all that stuff, but
Yeah.
not now at the age of 15. But like when you get to college or whatever, have fun. All right,
Yeah.
so do that. I would tell
Get
myself.
that thing up, baby. She said, I'll tell myself to get that thing up.
Yeah, it's like every I
That's
had
real
friends
right
who
now, baby.
I
I
had
love it.
friends who were just telling me, stay a virgin, stay a virgin. I wish I should not have listened to those damn friends.
No, exactly. I'm listening to them. They out here getting dick telling you to stay a virgin. Like, whatever. They ain't no real friends. You should stop talking to all them bitches. What? All of them. All right, let's see. Erica has a question. What's the hardest part about writing for you?
Mm. The hardest part usually gets towards the end, because because I because just recently like I said, I just finished Spend My Life with You, and I was like, oh man, these characters don't want to stop talking, but I want to stop writing because I did exactly what I said before. I completely deleted it and started it from scratch, and I was writing 1 to 2K words a day from the beginning of this month until yesterday, and I was tired, and I was like, okay, I need this book to end. I still had a little bit, and when I was going towards the last chapter, I realized no, I need to add a little bit more. And I went ahead and I added an extra chapter, and I know it's going to be revised, it's going to be changed, it's going to go through some more changes. But yeah, when writing I guess the first draft, even though it's gone through some different changes before I even I'm going to send it out. But yeah, getting to the part where you get to type the words "the end," that's challenging. You got to push yourself because it can take a while. But yeah, that's probably
Wow.
the hardest part. But it's funny is a lot of people would say that the first chapter is hard, and I get why. Because you want to get people hooked immediately, and you don't want people to lose interest. Because you last thing you want is somebody to DNF your book on page 1.
Right.
Um, yeah, that's definitely the hard part. The hard part is getting to the end. I had
Definitely.
I was a freshman in college, and I just switched before I had a teacher over there Thursday.
What? Where y'all live at? I was from the South. Everybody black. No, listen. Oh my God, Monique, this has bring us to the end of my interview. We have one question left.
Okay.
And this was so much fun. Thank you for joining us to see we
Thank
was
you.
good today. This was your first time on with us. We was real good.
And next time I come on, we don't have to be as good.
Yeah, we won't be. We just
Okay.
we gonna, but we play nice and be real. We're friendly anyway, but we be asking some real questions. Mitch already started talking. Did your husband read your books? And you know how when kids start asking you questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I got two, a son and a daughter, right? And they I remember they was in the back seat one day, and it was like, so what all make milk? And I'm like, what all make milk? So we go through the whole. So it was like, so cows make milk? I'm like, yep. And they're like, because they got nipples, right? And I'm up here like, yeah. So I'm driving, I'm paying
Where's it
attention.
going?
Right. I'm half paying attention, right? And I'm like, well, yep. Then it was like, okay, so they just went in about milk and how we got on salad. Wait a minute. So that's Mitzi. She's about to walk you down. And then Ronaldo's gonna jump in and then telling me, I'm telling you, but next time just be prepared because it's gonna go down. We love it. But you're a good time girl, so we love that too. And you rate great books. So tell us where give us our call to action. Give us all your social media handles, your website, where can they go and get your books? What you want us to do? Do you want to sign up for your newsletter? Do you have an event coming up that you're attending? You want to come there? Just let us know, girl. Sound off.
Okay, there's a lot. Okay, my website is Monique Fisher Author, all one word.com. That's where you can get my books. Right now, my website's actually about to be updated to list the events that I'm going to. So the first event I'm going to is Romance Con in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's going to be from September 6th to the 7th. And then after that, I'm going to be doing Girlfriends Unfiltered Their event is going to be from September 12th to the 14th out here in California in Pasadena. And I just found out a few days ago that I got accepted to go to Black Romance Fest, which is going to be in Atlanta. It's going to be my first time going to Atlanta, and I'm excited.
What?
It is,
Congratulations.
yeah, and it's from May 30th to June 1st next year. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, so MoniqueFisherAuthor.com. That is my website. I think that's also my handle on TikTok. My handle on Twitter is at Fisher Mofine. That's M as in Mary, O as in Ocean, F as in Frank, Y as in Yo-Yo, N as in Nancy, E as in Elephant. So at Fisher Mofine, that's my Twitter handle, and just Mofine at Mofine. That's my handle on IG. So follow me.
Follow her, follow her, follow her. If you go to her website, you'll be able to catch all the tabs from there. So make sure you go check this out. All right, Monique, are you ready?
I am.
She's like, I am. Here we go. If you were writing a book about your life, what would the title be?
A song. I would just take it from a song. That's a good question. I have no idea. It would probably be a song by one of the Jacksons, since I'm such a huge fan. So I don't know, but I don't know. That's such a good one. I feel like I should probably take something from Velvet Rope. That's my favorite album by Janet. It's so personal, and a biography is so personal.
It's a good book. It's a good album. That's
It's
the
such
best
a great
one.
album.
It is.
That, and I did a comparison to that in Lemonade, and I was like, they're both such great albums because they're so personal, and it almost feels like you're listening to something that you shouldn't be listening to because it's so deeply personal. And yeah, but yeah, Velvet Rope is definitely my favorite. What song would I pick? Oh, that's gonna take me a minute. I'm not gonna be able to answer it right now.
Next time you come back, then that's
Okay.
what.
When I come back, I'll have an answer.
When she comes back, y'all, she's gonna have an answer. She's gonna have an answer. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Next week, oh my God, I don't even know who's next week. We're booked. You know what I'm saying? Next week it starts Pride, so y'all already know it's gonna be Pride season. So make sure you go check out BrownBookSeries.com. Let's see who we got coming on next week. They should probably have them up in the morning. So make sure you come on back next Wednesday. Also, if you haven't got your tickets for Raw, make sure you go check it out. Newsletter went out yesterday, I think, and some more stuff. Listen, we got so much going on for Raw. That first day, y'all gonna be like, what? It was she? What? Yeah. Erica came before. She knows what's going on. Listen, I'm telling you, it's gonna be lit. So if you haven't got your ticket yet, please go and get it. It's rawexperience.com, RRAW or you can catch the brownbookseries.com and just click on the Raw tab. You don't want to miss it. We're closing registrations after we get a certain number because I already know how Black people work and regular people and all kind of people. As soon as we announce the headliners and stuff, like, no. We're going to the last minute. You haven't been there before. I'm telling you, it's something you don't want to miss. So go get your tickets now. It's an industry event. Rawexperience.com. All your favorite authors will be in the building. The featured authors who you have not seen in a while will be in the building and will be announced who our legends we're going to be honoring this year. So make sure you go and check that out. Monique Fisher, guys, go and get everything she got. She writes great books. And we look forward to seeing everything else you got in store. Like, you're gonna be here for a while and we're gonna hang out with you. As long as you hang out with us, we got you, girl.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely want to come back.
Definitely. All right, you guys, y'all know what's up. I'm up here in Canada doing my thing. I'll be posting later on what I got going on. It's good stuff. Real good stuff. Y'all, fuck with me. Stay safe. Most of all, stay positive. Hold for a second for me, Monique.